I thought Tony Bloom was smoking crack when I heard Hearts' plan was probably not the headline you thought you were going to hear this afternoon, but there's a real lack of news, so we're going to talk about this. And Tony Bloom smoking crack is a pretty decent headline. We have to be fair with that. But Ryan Stevenson, he says the Derek McInnes magic trick has got him believing in Tony Bloom. Tell you what, Tony Bloom came in with an idea. It's worked in other countries. Why can't it work here? Might not work this year, but what's to say it can't work in the next 10 years? That was the aim for him to win a title. He says this season they could split the Old Firm. Is anyone looking at it and saying they can't? We'll see. This is what he had to say regarding Big Tony Bloom. Okay, hands up. When I first heard Tony Bloom's big plan for Hearts, I thought the guy had been smoking crack. It was only a few weeks ago when the Brighton owner talked about his ambition to get in between the big two and maybe even make a genuine challenge for the title. And I wasn't the only one who dismissed it all as a bit of a joke. But nobody is laughing anymore. When my old club hit the top of the Premiership on Saturday with a 3-0 win over Falkirk and opened up a 2-point lead over Celtic, all of a sudden the penny dropped, along with the realisation that maybe we should have been taking Bloom seriously from the start. Look, let's not get carried away. That's been the message from Derek McInnes since day one. He's absolutely bang on the money. There's a very, very, very long way to go before anyone starts handing out trophies and medals. But it's perfectly okay for Hearts fans to start getting excited, because I know that's how I've been feeling since the weekend. I was a bit wary about that game because Falkirk were turning up at Tynecastle with nothing to lose, and John McGinn was returning to his old patch into the bargain. And we all know how these things tend to go. I still thought Hearts would win, but I had this nagging worry at the back of my mind all the same. End of quote. Again, Hearts got a chance to win the league. Slim chance, but still got a chance. Better chance than pretty much every other team in the league. Right? Now, we don't really know how this is going to work out when a team does win the league. Is it going to happen at the Blue? Right? When a team outside the Old Firm wins the league? Or is it going to happen where they build themselves up for a couple of years and then they strike while the iron is hot? Yeah, it could happen either way. Like Leicester, for example, in England, they survived relegation and won the league next year. It wasn't like they got up to being a top 6 team and then bang, won the league. It happened at the Blue. Hearts, obviously, they finish. Last season was poor, but finished third. A few relegations in there. There was a lack of consistency, and I do believe the best way to challenge the top two is consistency. And that the last couple of years when we've had guaranteed European football for third place, you need to be finishing third to get that guaranteed money in. But either or, they're going to finish. Hearts have secured top 3. There's no doubt about it in my mind, man. They're not going to collapse like Aberdeen. So we'll see how it goes. And even if they did collapse, I think, because a team can, it doesn't have to be an Aberdeen-esque collapse, but I think they're more than good enough if they lost a few games to bounce back from it. So we'll say that, but because they've already lost to St Mirren in the cup, they knocked at the cup and they came back from it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it's going to play out. But as for Tony Bloom, man his word, it's worked elsewhere. What's to say it won't work here? And you look at this season, put it this way, right? I know I'm talking about, could Hearts build on this season and maybe do it next year or the year after? We're not going to get, in my opinion, a situation like this anywhere, anytime soon, where Rangers and Celtic look so weak. Rangers have spent a lot of money, but the style of football and the manager is out of his depth, and it's never going to work, right? Celtic, Brendan Rodgers' third season, never really goes well for him. The squad is very weak. There's a lot of injuries, a lot of positions that have not been sorted out in the summer transfer window. If we're being honest about things, you go to next year, like you put yourself next year, October 2026-27 campaign. There is honestly, there is no way Rangers and Celtic look as bad as they do right now. Now, Celtic have won 4 games, drawn 2, right? They might have less points next season. I don't know. Maybe they get a harder fixture list. But Rangers will have more points than this last season. And that's not a flex. That's just reality. You won't find a better time to hit Rangers and Celtic than right here, right now. And it's that simple. Hearts, for me, if they want to win the league, it's got to be this year. It's got to be this year. Unless they take the same step forward that the Old Firm clubs are going to take next season, because it's naturally going to happen, folks. It's naturally going to happen. Can Hearts do it? have to wait. I mean, if Hearts get second, and obviously doesn't guarantee them European football. I need to look into the coefficient. I don't know what second gets you next year. Does it get you Champions League? I don't think it does anymore. I need to look into it. Either or, man. You want to finish second because you got a higher chance of better chances in Europe. And if Hearts finish second, and that means the good chance of Europa League, and it meant Rangers had a chance of just Conference League or potentially nothing at all. That's what they need, and it's the same. If Celtic collapsed, then that's what you need. Hearts need to be. That's the key. It's not. Let's not make no mistake about it. It's not the fucking prize money in the SPFL that's the big difference maker between finishing like first, second, or third. It's the European competitions for those positions. So yeah, I don't think Tony Bloom's on crack, folks. I believe he honestly. Next 10 years, Hearts will win the league, but I do think this year might be the best chance they've got in like the next 4.